Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Markets and Matchups. As always, I'm joined here with Ryan Morton, our corporate analyst, and a new addition, Luke Winchester, our portfolio manager. We'll get into the markets and then we'll start to chat footy. Okay, time for the markets. Luke, how have things been tracking lately?
Pretty volatile at the minute. The US, we managed to avoid it with a public holiday on Monday, but the US Nasdaq down 5% Friday overnight. As best as we can tell, no real fundamental catalyst. US jobs came in a little bit hotter than expected. Treasury yields spiked up. But I think it goes to show the fragility of the markets right now. I've had this huge run post that Trump tariff sell-off, obviously driven by AI and the thematic with that. And it feels like everyone's dancing a little bit closer to the door, ready to sort of take profits and move on.
Yeah, so is that what you recommend for investors to do, or what should they look out for?
Look, I'd be cautious right now. There are those signs of a classic sort of bubble emerging. You're seeing all this stuff, and the SpaceX IPO. I mean, inevitably when you get these hot markets, the signs that things are really starting to peak is usually stuff like that. So $1.75 trillion, biggest IPO ever. Going to raise 75 billion USD, which is the biggest raise by far. I actually looked it up. Before that, it was Alibaba back in 2014. And just the capital they're raising on their own, they'd be the third biggest company on the ASX.
Yeah, wow. Okay, well, thank you so much for that update. Now let's jump into the footy. Okay, guys, time to chat about the Panthers win, obviously, against Tigers. Was a great game. Thoughts? It was great for me to watch. Maybe if you're a Tigers
not the
fan.
Tigers fans.
Yeah, it wasn't that good of a game.
They just kind of dismantled the Tigers, right? What was the score? 68 nil, I think.
Yeah. And Benji was not happy afterwards, calling them brain dead. And
yeah. They're on some streak, the Panthers, actually.
Yeah, so we're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Any other games you guys enjoyed?
Yeah, look, I'm a Knights fan. We went down to Melbourne. We lost, but look, boys performed well, 32-30. I think I saw we hadn't won down there for 10 years, so always going to be tough to go and do. But just to put up 30 points, I mean, long-suffering Knights fans, we had 3 wooden spoons not too long ago and could barely score double-digit points in a game. So scoring 30, I think everyone was still pretty happy with that.
Things are looking up. How about you? Did you watch the Bulldogs-Eels game?
Bulldogs Eels, I did watch a bit of that, but my game of the round was actually Canberra Raiders versus the Roosters. I thought to keep the Canberra at 0. Marky Mark scored a hat trick. Yeah. I don't know, I thought that was a pretty interesting game.
Yeah, for sure. Any standout players?
Well, mine, I'll go back to the Knights. Dylan Lucas has been awesome. He got picked for Origin too as a back rower, which is really good. I thought he would. I thought he'd get picked on the bench, but now starting. He's been awesome for us this year, coming back from injury as well. Had a copped a shot to his throat, I think, and was sort of out for a few weeks, but he's come back and absolutely killing it. So also for him, we'll have Ponga as well in the Origin team, but good to see the young boys playing well.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you?
Marky Mark.
That was your...
Yeah, he got the hat trick. So and then
picked for Origin too.
He was, yeah. So I think for Origin 2, I'm going to go for, I think New South Wales are going to win.
Oh, you reckon?
Next
what do you
week,
think?
yeah.
Well, I hope New South Wales wins. I mean, the main thing for me is
it's in Melbourne,
Origin.
isn't it?
It's in Melbourne. It's that sort of neutral field, but the NRL will always want to decide on Origin, and I think Ashley Klein will really decide this one. So I hope the Blues get up, but wouldn't surprise me if we see like a 7-8-0 penalty count in the first half or something.
What about you, Scarlett?
Well, I kind of hope that Queensland will win, purely just so it's a decider and it's more exciting. But obviously New South Wales.
Yeah, it's always better when it goes to Game 3.
Exactly, because otherwise Game 3 is just super boring and there's no point watching it really. Any games aside from Origin next week?
Well, I mean, most of the teams have buys, so it's going to be a pretty boring week and not many games. But, I mean, I don't know.
It's always tough because, a lot of buys, all the Origin players are out. So you're generally seeing a few reserve graders and stuff, and teams just trying to scrape the 2 points. So, I think we'll just get through the weekend and then focus on Origin.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, thank you boys for joining me, and thank you guys for joining another week of Markets and Matchups. We'll see you next week for more finance and footy.